And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Whew. Again, I did announce our next series here. It's going to be a PvZ between Gerald and GgMaChine. Welcome back to the Hatchery Cup number 13 against our monthly dose of Hatchery Cup action. And we're just jumping right into our best of 3. We're here. We've made it to the quarterfinals, to the round of 8, and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Golden Aura, we have our green Zerg player representing 3D Clan. It is GgMaChine. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have its opponent. We have the Polish Protoss player, the red Protoss, representing Storm Gaming. It is Gerald. Coming into this, Gerald still going to be the heavy favorite. Can anyone stop him? Can anyone bring him down before he makes it to the grand finals? We are here to find out. GgMaChine, of course, he's an up-and-coming player in the European region, is quite young as well, and there's a lot of promise. There's a lot of promise in GgMaChine, but again, despite all the potential that he has, can he bring it to the table here and now against Gerald of all players? We've seen GgMaChine beat players like Hearthstone, for example, which is impressive and all. At the same time, again, I do rate Gerald that much higher, that much stronger. We'll see. See how they do compare to each other. We'll see how they compare. And again, I hope everyone in the chat has been enjoying themselves. I know that we had to turn the stream off after WTL, so we did lose a lot of viewership there. But regardless, I do hope that you are enjoying nonetheless. I know that EPT Spring is currently ongoing as well, but again, we got plenty more StarCraft to be had. Plenty of StarCraft on. Plenty. And for now, it's a gate expand. Gate expand from our Polish Protoss player. It's going to be that gate expand to the Cyber Core. Likewise, GgMaChine forced to take the unnatural natural as well. A little bit more of an uncomfortable start, but overall, should be okay. We should be able to settle into our openers and settle into our game. We can see Gerald being a little bit annoying, tasing away at that drone, but we do manage to keep it alive. We can see Gerald coming back in. Oh, he wants it! Oh, doesn't go for it, though. Doesn't. Oh, God! He wants up! He's thinking about it. Does manage to get a couple of hits in. Forces out a second probe off the... second drone off the mineral line. Probe will escape. Keeping tabs here on the third base, and it will back off. And Gerald being a bit of a menace in that mineral line, but does retreat. And GgMaChine joining up behind us. It's just happily joining on up behind this. Investing into his Lings. It's going to be a Stargate opener here from Gerald. It should be Stargate into Oracle. We have seen Gerald mix things up in the past, but for the most part, he is a little bit more standard in his play in this matchup. Usually a little bit more reliant here on standard play. Adept into Oracle, into a third base, into Blink Stalkers is more of what I mean. So we have our first 2 Adepts moving out. Again, 2 Adepts do one-shot drones, so this is our first kind of big test for GgMaChine. The Adept harass has begun. And there's that Oracle behind it. They try to force their way in. Lings are in position. So far, so good. Lings are forced back. Go retreating, Link speed kicks in, and GgMaChine trying to hunt down those Adepts, but won't be able to catch them. Does not find them. They do escape. The Adepts escape, Oracle comes in. Second Oracle behind this, leading into a third base. As we have the third on the way, Lings able to arrive just in time. The probe goes down, we force to cancel the pylon, we delay the third, and we force back the Adepts. Good start here from GgMaChine. Meanwhile, the Oracle busts into the main. We get 1, we get 2, we get 3. 3 drones fall. Good pickups. Meanwhile, the Ling's a little bit too late, but can we force that cancel? Not quite. Can't cancel that base. We can shut down at least 1 Adept, though. We shouldn't be able to get the other, though. Yeah, so Ling's have to back off. Getting a probe. Oracle races back home, but the second Oracle does get across the map, getting another 3 drones. Getting a 4th worker as well. 7 drones in total. Nicely done here by GgMaChine. Lings get across the map, but we have Adepts in position. Gerald does defend. GgMaChine punished for not getting a spore. There we go, spore now on the way, at least at the natural. And behind this, Gerald is working towards his Forge and Twilight Council +1 and Blink. Working on that next step. He's working on it. Oracle turning back around. Oh, not quite busting into the mineral line. Get the revelation off. Likewise, things they get across the map as well. They do get a surround on a Stalker. Not bad. We do pick off one of those Stalkers. Oh, we do bleed out a lot of these Lings though. Oh, as they are left under the Oracle. Yeah, a little bit inattentive there by GgMaChine. Bit of a mistake. Bleeding out extra Lings. And now we have the follow-up. With +1 and Blink on the horizon, Gerald can now push out. He can finally break free. Up until now, he's only been harassing, but now we can move out with our army. Clearing up some creep. Forcing GgMaChine back. We can see GgMaChine skipping his Roach War and going into Hydras. Okay. Going into a Hydra den here. So Ling Hydra on the way from GgMaChine. Meanwhile, we can see Gerald going for a very gateway heavy composition. There's no Robotech, no Immortals, no rush into Colossus. We have a 4th base on the way. We have not taken all of our gases here. Only 1 gas at the 3rd, 1 gas at the natural. It's going to be Blink Stalkers into, I imagine, Chargelets and Archons. And there's that gateway explosion. 5 gates on the way. It's going to be 10 gateways in total. Ling Rambai gets across the map. Ooh, Gerald not quite in position. We do get the Overlord, but back across the map. How do we defend this base? We get a warp. We're okay. That's themselves warping in. We get a decent surround here. And if they shade into the mineral line, it looks like, oh, the Lings are forced back. Gerald, he does defend. Does manage to defend. Decent positioning here from Gerald as well. He does have Blink. You catch 2 Stalkers. Bit of a misstep there by Gerald. But he does deny mining here for a moment. GgMaChine is droning up. Getting up to 4 base saturation, getting into his Ling Hydra. With the Revelation, we do confirm the composition as well. And with this infestation bit on the way, this leads us, or this shows us that, of course, GgMaChine is working towards Hive. Working towards Hive tech. That's going to be giving access to Lurkers alongside Vipers as well. So GgMaChine working towards a longer game. Towards a later game. And now, so is Gerald. You catch some of these Stalkers. Oh, we get 1. The Oracle as well. That we get an Oracle, we get 2 Stalkers. Behind this, 2 robots are done. The base on the way. This is going to be for double Colossus production. Ling Hydra can do quite well against a gateway-based army, but here come the Colossi, and that's just going to be able to shut this down and force out the Lurkers. Speaking of, here come those Lurkers as well. Lurker Den is done. Zealots are being shut down on the right-hand side, going for another warp in. Gerald's getting ready with his Oracle towards the main. I should say we have an Oracle outside the main base. Zealots outside the 4th. Stalkers pushing in. And we get the Revelation. We see everything in the main. Still no Spore, by the way. We get eyes on the Hive, the Infestation bit, and the Lurker Den as well. Geralt is fully aware of what's going on. Geralt, he's fully aware of the Lurker tech. And how do we respond? Right now we need Colossus. More than anything, that's a lot of Hydras. There we go. Colossi are on the way, 2 at a time. Zealot Rambai comes in. Getting a drone. Only really getting a worker, but upon seeing all this tech and the Hive and the Lurker Den, I imagine we're going to be getting into Immortal production, but we'll see. Again, Immortal Archon definitely has a place against Lurkers. Ooh, as we get a stasis wrap off in the natural. Once again, no Spore in position. Massive stasis goes off. And there it is. Immortals are now on the way. First, we have like our base count of Colossus, just to be the backbone of the army. But then Immortals are going to be required. Templar Archives is going to be for Archons, for Storm. We're not transitioning into Skytoss yet. Again, if we try to take up into Skytoss too soon, then we're left exposed. We're left with our pants down. Lurkers are in position. How many Lurkers do we have? Ooh, big spine just go up. 12 Lurkers are in position. Oh. Catch some of the Hydras. Oh, and a Lurker as well. Not bad. Gerald losing anything. At the same time, behind this, the counterattack does not get much done. Reinforcements will clean it up. Good defense there by GgMaChine. Interesting. Gerald not getting into Immortals. He's working towards Disruptors instead. Okay. He's moving towards the left-hand side. Threatening that 5th. At the same time, Zelzai push towards the 4th. Yeah, Spine Coolers are cancelled. Lings, they come back to defend. We dive on top of the Hatchery. Hatchery goes down. Big pick up. Ooh, barely is sniped. Did cost us 2 Stalkers, but that is worth it for Gerald. Takes down a base. GgMaChine not in position in time. It took a little bit too long to rotate over. Did take a little bit too long there. We have our Vipers, but they need a little bit more energy. More Lurkers on the way. And there it is. There's the Skytoss. Now we have the Fleet Beacon and triple Stargate. That's a lot of Stargate. Oh, and we're working towards Tempest. Okay. Tempests are on the way. Tectonic Destabilizers, +1 air attack. Storm is almost done. +3 is almost done. Gerald has got most of the upgrades he needs, but we have a Nidus towards the north, and Gerald doesn't respond. Takes down a lot of Lings. Nova goes off as well. Ooh, big connections. How many was that? 5 Lurkers going down in total. At the same time, though, we have a massive Nidus Swarm here with a big Lurker counterattack. 18 Lurkers in total. We have 8 pushing towards the left. We have 10 here outside the 5th. And the base is going to go down. The cannons and shield batteries, they don't help at all. Meanwhile, we get a couple of feedbacks going. 1 Colossus falls. We do hold on to the 3rd, but I can't say the same about the 5th. Yeah, big snipe here from GgMaChine. And a Nidus into the main. This time, Gerald's ready. This time, he is ready for it. Does shut down the Nidus. Gerald has to rebuild. Now, thankfully, Gerald has a bank. Like, again, Gerald has been quite efficient with his overall trades. Hasn't lost too much, has been catching a lot of Lurkers. Gerald is still maxed out. Another Nidus in that main base. GgMaChine pushing in. Nervous from behind. Big connections here. Storm as well on the Hydras, on the Lurkers. Nidus Swarm does finish in the main. Gerald late to react. At the same time, we're pushing in towards the 3rd base. That's going to be a kill on the Nexus. 3rd base goes down. This main base is a little bit less successful. We can maybe pick off the tech. Templar Archives falls. Big pickup. The Disruptors. Bit of miscontrol out of Gerald. His attention being spread thin here. Making mistakes. Disruptors get thrown away. We yoink in the Colossus. We focus down with the Corruptors. As GgMaChine is transitioning into Corruptor. Not quite Broodlord yet. But Corruptors have arrived. More Lurkers rocking up. They barely reinforce. We take down the Immortal, and GgMaChine is pulling it off. He's doing it. Does have to escape. Does have to evacuate. Ooh. Bleeds out a lot here. Again, Gerald, he lost his Templar Archives, he lost his robot production, lost his 3rd base. Still has a decent economy with his 5th. And he does maintain his Tempest at least. Looking at the unit slow tab here. The Corruptors killed the Colossi, but they did not kill any Skytoss units. That's a lot of Tempest. And now we're getting into carriers. Like, Gerald, he still has a Skytoss army. Thankfully, GgMaChine has things that shoot up. We have a Spire, we have Corruptors, we have +1 air attack. I believe there is no Greater Spire. Yeah, no Greater Spire yet. Just focusing on Corruptor, Hydra Lurker. And Viper as well. Catch out the Zealots. Lurker finishes in the main, but they're in 10% position. We should clean this up. Corruptors, oh, they do get caught out. One Corruptor goes down, but we're going for the carriers. Yeah, who catches who? The carrier. One carrier goes down, second carrier as well. Very nicely done. Now we're going for the Tempest. And where are the Archons? Where are the Storms? We need more time. And not enough energy. High Templar goes down as well. And GgMaChine has done it. GG gets called. The Machine breaks Gerald here in game number 1. GG. Oh my god. GG, well played. Initially, Gerald was doing well. Initially, Gerald, he was keeping up with the movement. He was keeping up with the Nidus Worms. But eventually, some of the Nidus Worms started finishing. And the moment that GgMaChine started getting momentum here was the Nidus Worm finishing behind the 5th base. Remember, top left, behind the mineral line at the 5th base, behind the wall of cannons and shield batteries. That was the moment when the Lurkers came out. We killed a base. And as Gerald was repositioning to try to deal with that, we also moved in towards the left-hand side. We killed the 3rd base. Nidus finished in the main. Just constant non-stop Nidus Worms there from GgMaChine. Constant aggression. And he never really allowed Gerald to push out. I mean, sure, there was some Zealot run-bys, but if you remember, we were always in position for that. Whether it was spine crawlers or reinforcements, the Zealots were being cleaned up. They didn't really find any economic damage. And GgMaChine had a solid mid to late game there. Very well done. Earlier on, Gerald had a little bit more going for him with his Oracle Harass and with his Adept Harass. I would say that the early game was in favor of Gerald, but then things did swing in favor of GgMaChine, and with that, GG. Now we're getting into game number 2, and spawning in the top left-hand corner, down in this series, we have the Polish Protoss player, the red Protoss, representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is Gerald. Bearing in mind that Gerald is favored here to go for a deep run, but is struggling because in the bottom right-hand corner we have the green Zerg player representing 3D Clan, leading the series 1-0. It is GgMaChine. Let's go. Vappy. Pro block does come in. Does end up forcing the unnatural. Natural once again, 2 games in a row here for GgMaChine. But again, I'm sure very well practiced in this position. And we'll see if Gerald can try to punish this. Once again, Gerald isn't really too much of an aggressive player. I expect another Stargate opener. I expect, +1 Blink Stalkers with a 3rd base. That's kind of the player that Gerald is. We'll keep an eye on him to see if he does spice things up. So Gerald, he's just going for his Gate Expand into Cybercore. Soon to be going for his Stargate. So nothing too wild happening. Again, more often than not, ZVP early game is pretty bland. It's more often than not, it's just like the same thing. Stargate opener, we get into our openers, we expand up to 3 bases before things really deviate. I say for the most part because, again, Twilight Councils are not unheard of. Twilight Council openers are very much so common, especially depending on the player. Hero, Classic, a lot of the Korean Protoss players, even players like Christianer, they mix it up, Firefly as well. But Geralt isn't really that kind of player. So I'm expecting a Stargate. Oh, never mind. Okay, Papi. Geralt defying expectations here. Is mixing it up in game number 2. This time is not a Stargate. We're going for a Twilight Council. Now with this, it could be Glaive Adepts, it could be Dark Templar. We have options. And even if it's Glaives, there are different variations of Glaive Adepts as well. So my eyes are on Geralt. How do we whip this out? What do you have for us? For now, staying in gas. He has not pulled out. Usually if this is Glaive Adepts, you pull out 1 and 1. But we're staying 3 and 3. We're staying with 6 workers mining gas. This feels like DTs. Dark Templar. does look like Dark Templar. Back at home, we are keeping up, droning. We have a handful of Lings to keep up with the shades of the initial Adept. The Adept does pull back. Twilight Council's done. And do we go for that? Do we go for that Dark Shrine, or do we go for something different? Show us the Dark Shrine. Oh, there it is. There's that Dark Shrine now on the way. So DT opener here out of Gerald, working towards some Archon harass thereafter. Should be seeing a War Prism on the way. Third base is being taken. Now this is not an all-in. Bear that in mind. This is not an all-in. This is a way to get some economic damage done and get ahead. This is a way to just get ahead in the economy. Lings have arrived. They apply pressure to the wall. Third base is delayed. Lings, they knock on that wall once again. Not quite committing. 4-minute Roach Warren here from GgMaChine. Very safe timing here with the Roach Warren. Will finish up in time. Overlord dips into the main base. We get eyes on the gateway. And we get eyes on the Prism as well. Nice scouts. And we should even get eyes here on the Dark Shrine. We see everything. So GgMaChine, he confirms everything that Gerald is up to. Is supply blocked, but there it is. We have spores on the way. Spore at the third, spore at the natural, spore in the main base. GgMaChine was supply blocked for a moment, but is breaking free. Passing up Lings. Dark Templar being morphed in. And we make our way towards the natural. Queens are in position. And we can focus one queen down. We know we cannot. Queen does survive. At the same time, Adepts, they shade in. They do get a couple of drones. Not bad. 3, 4 drones go down. 4 drones for 3 Adepts. It's okay. It's okay. It's an okay trade. Not ideal. Prism is rotating back around. Queens are in position. Ling's going for a counterattack, and do we have anything to defend back at home? We do have a couple of DTs on the way, and we should hold. Does finish in time to defend. Adept shades back in. We get another 2 drones. Not bad. That's going to be 4 Adepts for 6 drones and 22 Lings. Not a bad trade here so far. And now that the Dark Templar harass has subsided, now we're getting into Archons. The Archon drop has arrived. Clearing up some creep, going for the Overlord. Ooh, we pick up a Queen. Nice pickup. It's a high energy Queen as well. Bit of a misstep there from GgMaChine. Archon's getting towards that main. Behind this, we have +1. We have Blink. Disruptors on the way. Getting ready for the Roach counterattack. And speaking of, Roaches have arrived, but Gerald doing a good job here just keeping GgMaChine busy. Just keeping him busy, keeping him on the back foot. GgMaChine rushing into an infestation pit. Interesting choice. With that pit, we do gain access to the Hive, to Viper production. And Vipers against a robo-heavy composition is going to be ideal. Sure, we have Disruptors, but that's what the Vipers are going to be for. Okay. Here we go. So Gerald does slip in with his DTs. Oh, no detection in position, by the way. This base is going to go down. Oh, that is brutal. Yeah, there's no saving this hatchery. It will fall. Queens are busy trying to keep up with the War Prism. They cannot transfuse. Hatchery goes down. The Prism is deflected, but Gerald doesn't lose anything here. He escapes with the Dark Templar, and he escapes with the War Prism as well. as we even squeeze out some extra value here, getting 5, 6 drones, 7 drone kills. Oh my god. An insane amount of economic damage done here by that single DT. Behind this, we're getting to a 4th base. Disruptors are amassing as we speak. Lurker production or Lurker gen is on the way, but Gerald is pushing. Gerald is going to be the first to push. But a big shout out to Miguelito, papi. A big shout out to Miguelito in the chat. Vindicta, I hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session. I did see you going live earlier. Thank you so much for the raid. Much love, papi, much love. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good. As welcome everyone, welcome to the Hatchery Cup. There is some Terran representation, so do not worry if you're a Terran fan out there. We do have Nickrat in the tournament. Nickrat is currently up against Art as we speak, but we dip one forward. Oh! We're just going for the Archons. We do pick off one. Good juggling there by Gerald. Does save the other. As how do we push into Disruptors? We don't. Nova's just zoning GgMaChine away. That's going to be a kill, not a cancel on the Hatchery. We focus down the would-be detection. And Gerald can keep pushing. From here, he can keep on moving forward. We have Vipers coming out. Can we yoink? Can we abduct? Oh! Good connection with the Nova once again. Reinforcements on the way. Again, we're so reliant on these Vipers to abduct those Disruptors. But even then, there are so many Stalkers, so many Archons. We deny the 4th for a 2nd time. For a 3rd time even. And Gerald just has so much momentum going his way. Here come the yoink. We misclick. No! We yoinked the Stalker. We get one Disruptor, but it looks like there are just too many Stalkers here. There's too much Protoss. Another Nova goes off. We do punish the Archon at least. As Gerald did back up. Did expose his Archon. Oh no. But here come the reinforcements. Zealots from the left-hand side. Stalkers on the right. We catch the Queens. Roach is busy with the Zealot. Exposes every single Queen here. And they're going down. And once again, we have plenty of Disruptors to zone away. We just force a GgMaChine back. Nova connects. Zealots from behind. We get a full surround. Boys are being pulled, but it's too little too late. And Gerald is looking to force that ace match. He's looking to force game number 3. GgMaChine may have looked good when he got into Lurker attack, but again, before the Lurkers could really get going, Gerald, he just had so much more control of this game. His DT opener more than paid for itself. The Dark Templar, the Archon harass, it was brutal. There it goes off. Another cancel. Again, GgMaChine, he just cannot expand. Not anymore. Not ever. Not against Gerald. Oh, the Vipers! No! They do move forward. One Viper going to be going down. The 2nd Viper as well. And this should be the final push. Nova grazes the Hydras. Gerald doesn't quite commit yet. Honestly, he can aim it. With all these Zealots, with all these Stalkers, he can just move in. There's not really much protecting these Hydras, but Gerald playing it safe. Waiting for his Disruptors. As we're cleaning up almost every single Roach. We have 3 Lurkers on the way. And we don't have detection, by the way. Okay. But Gerald's maxed out. Gerald's maxed out. There's only so much Lurkers can do. We have detection? We do not. No observer. Uh-oh. Stargates are on the way. No, as they shut down 3 would-be Lurkers. Good connection on the frontal Lurkers as well. The first 2. What's a little bit concerning to me, there's still no observer. There we go. 1 observer's on the way. Without them, GgMaChine is barely holding on. But honestly, we could just bypass the Lurkers at this point. Otherwise, another Lurker goes down. Here we go, the Prism into the main. We have an army towards the left. We have the main force towards the right. GgMaChine trying to hold on. And even without detection, we take down another lurker. Massive storms here on the base. Oh my god, the mineral line goes down the base as well. Novas connect. And we're coping a little bit here. The storms once again. The High Templar going ham on this army. We do take the High Templar down, but GgMaChine is down to 2 bases. And GG gets called. Gerald ties up the series 1-1. We're going to that ace match. GG. GG, well played. We do have the ace match on the way. We tie things up 1-1. Again, Gerald's not going down without a fight. He is favored here in this series. Favored to maybe even take the entire tournament. And we're getting ready for game 3. Let's go. Oh my god, and game 3 is going to be on Ghost River of all maps. Aye. Ghost River, a very small map in the map pool, known for its aggression, known for how small the map is, how short the rush distance is as well. We'll see. We'll see how both Gerald and GgMaChine approach this. See how they do approach. Meanwhile, we have some other games underway. Okay, we have Shameless versus Eva. Let's go. You have Shameless versus Eva currently ongoing. We have Christiana versus Rostock, and of course our series, Gerald versus GgMaChine. Three series underway. Still yet to determine who is our top 4. We have our answer here. We just got an update. Oh, my condolences here to Eva as Shameless takes down Eva 2-0. Shameless advancing on also to those semifinals. And we may have, and yeah, we're all just coming together here. Casters are coming together. It looks like Hatsu was casting Shameless versus Eva. And it looks like we're going to be following this series into Nickeract. As Nickeract takes down R 2-0. Nickeract was the first to make it to the semifinals, so we will have a Terran player after this series. And I do know that a lot of Terran viewers did come in with the Miguelito raid. So I hope you're all doing well. Well, we got you. As Nickeract is lying in wait for the winner of this series. And this also means that with Eva going down, there's one Zerg player left. GgMaChine. GgMaChine is the last Zerg player in the entire tournament. It's outside of GgMaChine, it's only Protoss, and of course Nickeract as the lone Terran. So there's one Terran and one Zerg player. Unfortunately, they're also in the same half of the bracket, so they have to knock each other out. But even in saying that, Gerald is still coming in as a heavy hitter. But a shout out to GgMaChine forcing that ace match. Can he cause an upset? Will Gerald not even make it to the semis? We're here to find out. Looks like our players asked for a break for a moment there, but we have our players ready. You can hear the beeps. We're loading into Ghost River. Let's go. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Ghost River, we have our Polish Protoss player, the red Protoss, representing Storm Gaming. It is Gerald. Tying things up 1-1 and spawning in the top right-hand corner, going for a 15-15. Going for a slightly faster hatchery here to make sure he does not get blocked. We have the green Zerg player representing 3D Clan. It is GgMaChine. Here we go. I say Smooge, I should correct myself. It was a 15 hatch, by the way, but because of the rush distance by ground, it doesn't even matter. The probe gets here in time, and GgMaChine has to take the unnatural natural, despite an opener that was supposed to get him that base up and running a little bit faster. So a little bit of a rough start here for our Zerg player. There's that 15 spawning pool on the way, followed by our gases. We'll see how much we delay our gas geysers here in the main, as we are settling in. We go. Behind this, we do see Gerald going for a gate expand. Going up for that expansion. Across the map, Gerald just being a bit of an annoyance, keeping tabs here on his opponents, forcing some inefficient mining as well. He's forcing some inefficiency. Even tasing away at the drone. Up! Leave it alone! Drone does survive. Gerald threatening another dive, doesn't commit. Not yet. Does not commit. Pulls back behind this, getting into our natural base setup. And wants to get a Twilight Council opener. Now this makes sense. In the intro and leading into this game, we spoke about how Ghost River is known for its aggression. Small map, short rush distance, linear base expansion pattern as well. There's just so much here that lends to aggression, and for Gerald to go for a Twilight Council makes sense, and I would not put it past him to go into Glaive Adepts. But we'll see, because we have Stadium Gas. It could just be another DT opener. We saw it once before, and honestly, Geralt was looking very comfortable last game. Very comfortable. And there it is. Twilight Council finishes. Robo's on the way. We have not pulled out of gas. It looks like, once again, a Dark Shrine opener. Once again, it's going to be those DTs. Adept shading in. That's going to be an Evo chamber here from GgMaChine. We're rushing into +1 melee, by the way. If this was Glaives, that would favor Geralt. But it is not going to be Glaives. There it is. There's that Dark Shrine being thrown down as we speak. And who do I favor here? I mean, yes, on the one hand, GgMaChine has a fast +1 melee timing, and he can go for a Bailey Nest behind this as well. But, and speaking of, there's that Bailey Nest, so this should be a Bane Bust. This should be a Bane Bust from GgMaChine. But if we get a couple of Archons back at home, and Geralt will have access to those Archons, I want to favor him here. But we'll see. We'll see how this all plays out. Prism is on the way. Lings applying some pressure. They go for the Stalker, but there are Adepts behind it to defend. And here comes that War Prism. Moving out across the map. Bailey Nest is finishing up. And GgMaChine is pushing. Now, what's important here is that he's droning. GgMaChine, he is making a wave of drones. He is not going for a Bane Bust. He's not going for an all-in. Safety Spores are on the way. We have to first defend against that Warp Prism. And the Lings are out of position. We're going for the Warp in. What do we see? Nothing! Oh god. That is brutal. We don't spot the Warp in. We go straight for the natural. Spore Crawler is going to be going down. At the same time, though, we do force a cancel on the base. Third base is denied. That's a kill on the Spore. And is that a kill in the hatchery? It looks like it's going to be. I mean, the Spore is repositioning. Making its way towards... never mind. Is forced back. There we go. Spore repositioning towards that natural. We go for the Prism. DT is dropped. Spore comes back to the main. We have a dance here between our units. We do catch the first DT. But what about the natural? As we have 3 more Dark Temple on the way. Even with Transfuse, it's not enough. The base goes down. Big pick off. Now, to be fair, Gerald is still on 2 bases as well, but this does hurt GgMaChine that much more. Now we're going for a big counterattack. GgMaChine making sure that Gerald does not expand. At least he's trying to. Bases on the way. Lings right. These are +1 melee Lings, by the way. That is a cancel on the Nexus. Good pick up. And we can go back in again. Archon's on the way. Lings, they get eyes on this. We're going for the Adept, so we're going for the Archon. The Prism should save it. Oh no! There's no room! Oh, the Archon barely is lifted. Barely gets picked up. But that's a kill, not a cancel. A kill on the Nexus. Not bad. That is 400 minerals down the drain, by the way. And suddenly we have a back and forth, but the army is still terrifying. The Archon did survive. What do we have to defend? Roach Warren just started. Oh. No Roach Warren. No Roaches. Only Ling Queen. There it is. 13 Banelings are on the way. Spine Crawlers are being thrown down. We need those spine crawlers to survive. GgMaChine is in trouble. And even though GgMaChine did kill a base, Gerald is still ahead. He's on 54 probes. Supply blocks GgMaChine as well. But Gerald doesn't push. He comes back home. He's harassing with Archons, but he does turn back around. So GgMaChine has the opportunity to drone, but he hasn't been droning too much at all. Uh-oh. He made a lot of Lings. GgMaChine, he was so focused on defending against the push, and to be fair, I don't blame him. The army was there. But he overinvested. He made a lot of Lings, he made a lot of Banelings, units that he isn't really making full use of. And all these Lings here, they could have been drones. They could have been workers. So the question becomes, do we go for a 2-base all-in? Do we just go all-in from here? GgMaChine supply blocked once again. Archons, they escape. The supply block is brutal here for our Zerg player. And he's made his choice, he's droning. He's got 14 drones on the way. We are not going for an all-in. And to be fair, like, how do we all-in against this? I mean, look, Jesus. We have 3 Archons, 2 Disruptors, an Immortal, shield batteries, overcharge. I think the best chance when it comes to doubling down on an army is maybe GgMaChine, instead of droning, massing up Ling Ravager specifically and waiting for Gerald to push into it. And just catching the army on GgMaChine's side of the map instead of pushing into this. But regardless, GgMaChine is droned. Now we have the Ravagers on the way. And Gerald, he's just chilling. He's not even pushing, to be fair. He's not even moving out. Chilling back at home. Colossus is on the way. 4th base as well. War Prism still harassing across the map, looking for another Overlord if at all possible, or even drones. And Gerald is looking comfortable. It's very comfortable. Overlay. Oh, my apologies. I'll fix the overlay. I didn't even notice. Sorry, I thought it was fixed. My apologies here. But thank you for noticing. We'll fix that up. Ha. Just in time for the push. Ahí están, papi. Thank you so much. We'll fix that up. Ooh, the Prism does go down. Good pickup. Prism does fall. Gerald building up towards multiple Colossi, Disruptors, Archons. GgMaChine, he has an army to work with. A couple of Ravagers. There we go. More Ravagers on the way. 4th base is going to be denied. We force a cancel. Again, there's only one 4th base option, so GgMaChine, he has to turn back around. He has to deal with this DT. As we get a kill on the drone. And then our Templar does manage to waddle away. No shot. Unfortunately, there's no Overlord speed. Without Overlord speed, we're having a hard time keeping up. The DT will escape. GgMaChine about to max out. Is about to max out. There's a little High Templar. There's no Storm. Storm is halfway done. Without Storm, do we have a chance? Does GgMaChine have a chance to push in? Ooh, big Nova on the right-hand side. Takes down Roaches, takes down Banelings. Another Nova here towards the left. Massive connection on the army. And with that, GgMaChine, his army is crumbling. Yeah, the Purification Nova is a little bit too good. The army itself a little bit too good as well from the side of Gerald. And he's shutting this down. GgMaChine, he knows he doesn't really have much longevity in this game, so he's trying to force the issue, trying to force his way in. But Storm is now done. And we cannot break through. Now we get the Infestation Pits. It's a little bit late here for our Zerg player. It's on the way. Flanking Novas go up. Ooh. Big connection on the Ravagers. We did focus down at least one Disruptor, but that was still worth it for Gerald. As Gerald has a booming economy, GgMaChine does not. Gerald, he can afford these losses. Getting run by, does get across the map. Oh. Distracting the army. Oh, the wall's not a wall. Lings, they get in. Wall is not a wall. One probe goes down. We have Banelings being morphed in as well. GgMaChine doing everything he can to try to bounce back in this game. But the problem is the main army. Like, how do we deal with this? Disruptor, Colossus, and Storm, and Archons as well. Every form of splash damage. Alongside Immortals and Stalkers. Banelings crash in. And this is going to be the final stand here. For GgMaChine. Does force out some Storms. Does take down some Disruptors. Not the worst start, but yeah, there's only so much he can do. Fourth base is going to go down. Zealot run by, dealing with some of those Banelings. Forcing some detonations. Prism getting into the main. Now there's definitely less Banelings to work with. And honestly, Gerald can keep pushing. Ling Rumbai is going to force some defensive warp-ins. We do catch some High Templar, not bad. Banelings, oh, they crash into Stalkers. Brutal trade there for GgMaChine. Leading out Banelings. Zealots, they catch some morphing in Banelings as well. They are shut down. And Gerald just taking it slow and steady. Slow and steady at this point. There's no rush. The reality is that there's no rush to push into the natural. There's no rush to push into the third. Denying the fourth is Gerald's win condition, as he's on 5 bases. Run by is gonna get some damage done. Meanwhile, fourth, that's a kill, not a cancel. Army's out of position, and we're going for the third. And we've just been picking GgMaChine apart. Not like this. Never goes off. Big connection. Storms as well. GgMaChine desperately going for a Ling run by. He's going to get a base. True, but GG gets caught. It's just too much to handle. Gerald will take the series 2-1, advancing on to the semi-finals. And that is the final Zerg player eliminated from Hatchery Cup. GG. I know it's called the Hatchery Cup, but when are we changing the name to the Nexus Cup? You know, when are we when is it happening? GG, well played. Congratulations to Gerald as he does advance on. And let's have a look at the bracket here. Who's left in the tournament?